Welcome back in. The holidays mean rich food, sweet desserts, and the flowing drinks. But for people living with diabetes, some dishes could do more harm than good. Mercy Health nurse and diabetes education specialist Brenda is here with us today for some smart swaps and tips as we head into the holiday season. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Sophia. It's great to be here.
Great. So, when it comes to the holiday meals, what are some things that people who have diabetes or who are at risk of diabetes should look out for?
I think some of the quintessential foods for Thanksgiving's mashed potatoes and pumpkin pie. So maybe we could start there. A lot of folks know the trick of with mashed potatoes, maybe put in some mashed cauliflower. It immediately decreases the caloric density, decreases the carbohydrates in that dish. But maybe what you didn't know is you could maybe do artichoke mashed potatoes or mix in some zucchini.
Okay.
Any non-starchy vegetable is really going to help with the dish. And probably a lot of folks have also seen some recipes for crustless pumpkin pie. Canned pumpkin is one of the healthiest foods out there. That rich orange color, a lot of vitamins and minerals, vitamin A, vitamin C, and not the pumpkin pie filling, but the canned pumpkin. I really love to mix that with like some sugar-free vanilla pudding, and that's kind of the basis for a lot of those recipes with the crustless pumpkin pie. So definitely little swaps can make a big difference.
And it sounds like it's just about being creative, right? You don't need to say no to everything. It's just, where can we make swaps?
Right. And like with a recipe, especially with a dessert or a little sweet treat, you could start by maybe just cutting back 20 or 25% on the amount of sugar and just kind of experiment a little bit. We want foods to taste good. And you can have, I saw those Smucker's pies on the earlier segment. They look delicious.
Yeah.
And certainly have the regular variety and just focus on portion sizing. We realize that with, the abundance of, foods, we want to celebrate and be with our family and enjoy some of our favorite treats. And it's okay to do that. We can just focus maybe a little bit on portion sizing.
And you brought this plate. I'd imagine this kind of helps with portion sizing too, as a reminder, right?
Right. You can see different versions of this plate on choosemyplate.gov. The plate that I brought with me today is the diabetes healthy plate. And what I really love about this plate is if you draw an imaginary line down the center, you can see we want to fill up on non-starchy vegetables. So instead of having a deprivation mindset where we try to, oh, don't do this and don't do that, we can say fill up the plate with non-starchy vegetables. What jumps into my mind is Brussels sprouts. They're kind of like the rock star nowadays, the Brussels sprouts. So a little bit of avocado oil, you could make those right at home in your air fryer, and other non-starchy vegetables, any kind of a salad green or lettuce, asparagus, zucchini, as we mentioned, broccoli, cauliflower. And then the other quarters of the plate would really consist of a source of protein. So tomorrow we'll have turkey.
Yeah.
I'm sure many folks will. And then the final quarter is the grain or the starch or the carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is a necessary macronutrient for everybody. And with folks living with diabetes, we want to make sure that we have carbohydrates in the diet, of course.
Being balanced is very important, as we just said. What is the best way for someone to maybe not overstuff their plate? We get so excited when we see all of the delicious foods. Any tips on that?
Right. So I love the plate method. And so it's not only what we eat, it's maybe how we eat as well.
Okay.
Slowing down a little bit. I just went to a nice holiday party where the hostess had a nice charcuterie board. And so she had the teeny small plates and had a nice variety. Olives are a great choice because you get some good healthy fats, and fats really add to satiety. And we can have nicer quality crackers, maybe whole wheat crackers, or almond flour-based crackers. You could even make your own crackers instead of having store-bought.
And I think that goes back to just the creativity of it all, right? Finding those swaps and controlling your portion size, whether that means smaller plates or however you want to do it. So great tips from you for this holiday season. Thank you so much. This is very, very helpful. And again, one more time, where can people find this plate?
At diabetes websites.
Perfect. All right. Brenda, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Sophia.